In the early hours of the morning of day 6, the Kogi State Hotels and Tourism Board took us to our first location, which was Mount Party.
Okay, so we are being received by members of the Kogi State Tourism Board, and they are here to take us out to show us their various tourism locations on the order of the Honorable Commissioner of Tourism, Arts and Culture. So join us. We're going to be showing you some great potentials of Kogi State, and of course, you will love what you see in Kogi State today. Join us. Let's go, guys. Okay guys, so we are right here. We are moving to one of Kogi State's popular sites. These are the members of the Kogi State Tourism Board, and we're moving. We're going to check some beautiful sites in Kogi. You that don't want to invest in Kogi, I want to show you some very good reasons you need to invest in Kogi.
The Mount Party Hill is a 1,500 foot tall mountain and a tourist attraction in Lokoja, Nigeria. In 1900, the Governor General of Northern and Southern Protectorate of Nigeria, Sir Lord Frederick Lugard, and other colonial leaders resided their office and resting place on the mountain, which is the mountain peak close to the River Niger and River Benue.
Where Frederick Lord Lugard normally comes up to take a rest. When he wake up in the morning, he look him up here to take a rest and to look after the movement of these slave merchants on the River Niger. Mount Party, as you can see, this place served as a refugee camp during intertribal war. People ran up here within Lokoja metropolis to hide themselves. There are caves inside, but they are far inside now. Then on top of this mountain, this is where the name Nigeria was suggested by Flora Shaw, the lady beside Frederick Lord Lugard, who happens to visit Lord Lugard here on top of this mountain, looking at the beauty and the scenario over the River Niger. This woman now say, wow, this is Niger area. So on any history in this country, when Lokoja, most especially Mount Party is not mentioned, then the history is what is not completed. Because the name Nigeria we bear today was suggested here, and every article was written, everything intact. So you are welcome.
It is famous for the place where the British journalist and writer Flora Louise Shaw, which was later called Flora Lugard, gave birth to the name of Nigeria. It is famous for being the place where British journalist and writer Flora Shaw gave Nigeria its name in 1914.
Lugard Rest House. Okay, where he normally comes to rest. Okay, because the right rest house. That's where
okay. And anytime he's coming up here, they should carry him.
Okay.
They should carry him, sit down.
Wow.
And they bring him up.
The slave, our fathers,
our people,
will carry him from this trekking that would
from the government.
Wow. To this place.
To this place. Just for him to sit down and relax
and watch. As you can see, we are still here at Mount Party. We've shown you what it's like, the prestigious Mount Party that everybody wants to know about. So this is where we've been able to view Lokoja and the city. It's a very vast and beautiful place. But one beautiful thing that makes me like here, turn around, let me show you something. Can you see? This is a tableland. It's a flat land that you can invest here. Put hotels, put universities, put a whole lot of things that people can enjoy. Imagine you building a 5-star hotel here, and your guests come out here just to sit down to have this beautiful. So if you're looking for where to invest, Lokoja is a place to be. We're not done. We're going to be taking you around. We have our tour guide who has Lokoja in his palm, and he's going to be showing you the tourism investment potentials of Lokoja. Keep going.
When looking at Lokoja from the top of the Mount Party, it came into her mind because of the view of the Niger River and River Benue 6 kilometers away from the mountain. As a journalist with the British Times on 8th of January 1897, Flora Shaw suggested the name Nigeria for the British Protectorate on the Niger River. She thought that the name Royal Niger Company Territories was too long to be used under the trading company in parts of Africa. She was in search for a new name and she coined the name Nigeria from River Benue and River Niger.
I want to add,
Yes.
they have said it all.
Yeah.
But you see, the period that concerned with the period of abolition of slavery.
Yes.
If you could remember now, early to that time, there's what we call Court of List Commission established by the British authority. If you could remember, in 1840 or 1820, the Lord Marshal, that is the Chief Judge of the British government, that is Lord Marshal, has passed a law that any slave that touched the land of Britain, so it's automatically become a free man. So it was this law now that was repeated here in African country, coming together with some European countries to form this Court of List Commission. So that was why now, because at the top of the mountain, is able to view the river, so it is vernacular. In case if there are anti-slave activities, now you now communicate the following matters. Now you get it.
Opposite the Mount Party is a big old tree on which people who visited the mountain crested their names and wishes.
That is, it has some historical importance as well.
Okay.
As you can see, if you look at it very well, those days when people used to come and visit our colonial masters, when they come to visit Lokoja, and the tree was they write their names on it. So if you look at it closely, you see the names written there.
So this tree is like how many years old now?
It's as old as that building I said. This back at the 1900s.
This tree is older
than the building itself.
than the building.
From the mountain top, we proceeded to the spot where the flag of the Royal Niger Company was lowered and the British flag, Union Jack, was hoisted on the 1st of January 1900.
When the British government closed down its consulate in 1866 in Lokoja, they granted a charter to the Royal Niger Company to run the administration of Lokoja, the northern Nigeria. And then, in the year 1900, that charter was revoked. The Royal Niger, the Northern Nigerian Protectorate was formed. And then Lord Lugard was made the Governor General of the newly created Northern Nigeria Protectorate.
So you guys have heard it from the people who understand, and this is what they have told us about okay, come, let me just show you because I saw it here. So it's written, the spot of the Royal Niger Company, the flag was lowered for the last time on January 1st, 1900.
See, putting this place into calculation,
Yeah.
when we talk of Lokoja, we talk of Nigerian issue like this, particularly to the military sector.
Yeah.
The constabulary that was mentioned, the need to the establishment of what we call cantonment.
Yeah.
Is beside us.
Oh, okay. What is that?
Cantonment are quarters now resident of people. But these are quarters used by the Royal Niger Company. Secondly, is that the provision of this place has do that of the temple of the Lewa Sura and the British Square.
Wow.
Because when their GM have told you the handing over was done here.
Yeah.
Transition has taken place here. Took place here, why? From one form of system of administration to another system. So now, from the commercial system of administration to a pure military system, imperialism system of administration. That is when he said, you are regard to claim northern protector.
The British discovery of the use of rubber for the production of tires made entry into the Benin forest imperatively. Shortly after the appointment of Lord Lugard as the British High Commissioner to the establishment of British control over northern Nigeria, Lord Lugard put up an impressive ceremony in Lokoja to mark that prestigious day. This connotes the company controlled territories as the Southern and Northern Protectorate came together to form one, which was in turn united as the Northern Nigeria Protectorate to form the colony and protectorate of the Nigeria in 1914, which eventually gained independence within the same borders as the Federal Republic of Nigeria in 1960. Although this declaration was later greeted with fierce battle by 1906. Furthermore, the tour guide led us to the Freedom Square, where slaves were also set free by the European and American missionary.
Welcome to the place called Iron of Liberty, that is the Freedom Square. When Bishop Samuel Ajayi Crowther happens to be one of the victims that fell into slave trading, then when he was sold into slavery, being transported to Sierra Leone. On getting to Sierra Leone, their ships, the ship passport, then they have to bring them down. Then they now give them some activities. Some of them learned so many things to survive their lifetime. Now Bishop Samuel then decided to learn to be an evangelist, catechist then. Now he learned carpentry job, assigned with it. Then for couples of years, he later gained freedom and he was sent back to northern Nigeria. When he was sent back to northern Nigeria, they first posted him he settled down at the back of River Benue, a place called Bobi. That was where he first settled. But due to the situation of religion disasters at that time, people refused not to listen to it because they believe in their various traditions that they are following. Then he decided to move back to this side to build the second church here. He demolished, erected another one, and built the school, the first school in northern Nigeria in 1865. Then this Freedom Square, the two iron posts, glances that the moment slaves touches it, they were set. So actually, this is not the graveyard. Okay. Bishop Samuel Ajayi Crowther happens to be a native of Ishogu in Oyo State. Oh, okay. So he worked in northern Nigeria, retired, and flew back home. He did not die here. So this is not a graveyard at all. It's just his staff. He repeats the activities that he did in northern Nigeria. All these things just symbolizes the carpentry tools that he used in those days. They just use it just to as a replicant of what he makes use of before he left.
So once anybody touches this,
the slaves,
once the slave touches this,
they were set
free. Once the hand just touched, no matter where you are coming from. So how do they know that they've touched this?
They will lead them to the point.
Oh, okay.
Because it's what happens to Crowther at Sierra Leone. You know, the capital city of Sierra Leone is Freetown.
Yes.
So I believe he borrowed the leaf from there and brought it back to northern Nigeria, because it's what happens to him to be repeated here. That the moment he touches it like this, he was
Thanks. I just want you to read this. So guys, this is the Iron of Liberty in Lokoja. Because of its location near the bank of the river Niger, was an important center for slave trade during Nupe Wars. Also, because of the strategic location as a confluence of the two rivers, Niger and Benue in Lokoja, aroused a great deal of interest in the European explorers and missionaries in the early 19th century. And it soon became a commercial post for European merchants and missionaries. Hence, when the British government started to wage war against slave trade, Lokoja became a collection center for the slaves seized from slave merchants to be consequently set free. The spot where such slaves were freed is marked with a piece of iron pole now referred to as the Iron of Liberty.
We also saw the first primary school in northern Nigeria, which was founded in 1865 in Lokoja, present-day Kogi State, by Bishop Samuel Ajayi Crowther, which of course represented the beginning of Boko learning and English literature in north of the Niger. Bishop Samuel Ajayi Crowther, a Yoruba linguist and the first African-American bishop in Nigeria. The school, which was formerly named Holy Trinity Primary School, was later renamed after Bishop Samuel Ajayi Crowther of the African Church, as Bishop Crowther LGEA Primary School has now become an attraction center for tourists as a means of excursion for students, both primary, secondary, and tertiary.
You are welcome to the first primary school in northern Nigeria built in 1865.
1865.
The school was built in 1865 under the crusade of Bishop Samuel. Wow. Like I told you, once Nada was being enslaved, he learned so many things. Meaning he borrowed a lot of leaf from Sierra Leone. Then down to when he was posted to northern Nigeria. That time, nothing called Lokoja, but northern Nigeria. When he came, for him now to practicalize and to serve people and to serve government, now he built this school here, and people that have graduated, the successful Nigerian men and women today graduated from this school. And as you can see, the school, till Thursday this week was still in use. Thursday, because I came here and let people see this. So you are welcome. And two, I want you to view something about the zinc of this place. It's different from what we have today.
So this zinc has been here since 19th century. Look at the quality of the zinc.
Just
see. Oh man, this is very strong. Jesus.
the gauge is something else.
Wow. This zinc. One of these zinc, mother said one of these zinc I used to do more 100 zinc. Wow. These guys paid attention to details. No wonder it's still like this since those days till those years. Wow, see the planks that were used.
Even the design of the building.
Wow. Look at it, you can see.
That's the original.
They use both bricks here. So
This is pure bricks. Look at it. See. Look at it. I think this was just painted by the school to make it look better. But this is what the school look like. These guys are cool. Okay. I'm so glad that in my lifetime I'm able to visit the first northern school used by Bishop Ajayi Crowther. God bless his soul. This is the first primary school built in northern Nigeria.
We were led to the European and African cemetery where the workers of Lord Lugard were buried.
So this is the European cemetery. Like you can see, only the Kogi State Tourism Board that has access to this place. You see, they are the one that came and opened it by themselves.
You are welcome to another rally in Lokoja. This is called European and African Cemetery. When Lugard was here as the Governor General of Northern Nigeria, you know, no government that people will not follow, no government that people will not see. So for as many of them that work with him, for as many of them that stay in Northern Nigeria that are white, and not only white men who have been buried here. There are some evangelists, like this man, Thomas Obadiah. It's a Kabaman, it's a Kogi man.
Okay.
So it's not only the European. But as you can see it in Lokoja, or let me say, in Lokoja we have the largest European cemetery.
Wow.
This is one place, another place, and the last one is there. So anytime any of them is passed over, they normally look at the church.
Yeah.
That's Emmanuel Church.
Yes.
Up there. That's the first church that Lugard was. So it was built in 1904. That church.
Okay.
Anytime they have anybody to bury, they will carry their corpse to the church, and from the church they just come to the opposite side. So anytime, any day, Anybody dies, they will go there and pray, then they will come to the final burial ground.
So that church was built by Lord
It
Lugard?
was built when Lugard was here. He worshipped here. Wow. They have their history. Wow. Yeah, the church was built in 1904.
So this is just for...
This is a burial ground that housing both European and African.
You've heard it. This is the place that housed
European
the cemetery for that people were buried. People walking under that regime of Lord Lugard. May their souls rest in peace.
We proceeded to the cenotaph, a memorial of the Nigerian soldiers who fought during the First and Second World Wars. At the cenotaph, we also saw a very gigantic symbol of their weapons which they used in fighting that war.
You are welcome to Cenotaph.
Yeah.
This is a memory of the officer, British and gold, and native ranks and files of the second and the first and second battalion Nigerian who gave their lives in the Great War of 1914 to 1918. At this point, you can see the names of the people that were fought during the First and Second World War were inscribed on a plate here. Some people, let's say Bello, Yola, they didn't bear their surname, but their surname now was here represented by the name of their states.
Like Sambo Bauchi.
Sambo Bauchi. That was how their names, this is Bako, Sokoto, their name was inscribed on a plate here to represent their names. Actually, then the war from 1914 to 1918. Then from 1939 to 1945 in the East Africa. So those are the names of the heroes that were fought. But this is not their graveyard. It's not that they bury them in a mass burial here. We just use this one here to show the remembrance. And as you can see, the itinerary up here, that is the oldest armor tank that they used during that time. This is a canoe. This is a canoe that they used to fight the First and the Second World War. Wow. So you are welcome to.
Lokoja has so many historical edifices that we can. Thank you so much, our tour guide. We're moving to the next destination. Don't go nowhere, keep following us. We came here to expose to you the potentials of Kogi State, and I think you would love what we are seeing in Kogi State. Let's move.
Now to the great confluence point of the River Niger and the River Benue. This is where the great rivers are legendary and famous for forming the Y shape which is on our Nigerian map. The two rivers can be identified with their colors. River Niger is deeper in color and River Benue is lighter in color. The rivers serve as a means of transportation for food and also other sources of irrigation. It is learned that these historic rivers has been like this for years.
Hello guys, welcome to this very significant part of our journey. A big thank you to the Kogi State Tourism Board for bringing us thus far to show us this very significant part. I'm going to hand it back over to the tour guide. Ambassador Robert is my name, like you know, and this is Tourism Across the Niger. So let's say over to our tour guide to give us the story behind this very beautiful river.
You are welcome to the bank of River Niger and Benue. Presently, I welcome you to the heart of Nigeria. That is where we have the Y shape that we have on the map of Nigeria. Presently, we are standing at the back of River Niger. River Niger takes its source from Utajalon Mountain. It moves through Equatorial Guinea on the border of Sierra Leone, flows to Nigeria, and River Benue takes its source from Cameroon Mountain. It moves to Nigeria. As you can see, it was Mango Park, the great explorer that discovered the course of River Niger and the River Benue, but it did not get to the confluence before the ship capsized at Busu. That's in New Busa.
Wow.
Then that was how he ended up his life. But it was John Lander and brothers that discovered here in 1830. So the complex, as you can see, is of two different colors, and the color is not mixed. The River Niger, by its color, is brownish in nature, looks dirty. As you can see, but that of River Benue is bluish in nature, and the two rivers both flows and they did not mix up. As they are going, let's say at the peak of dry season, if you come here, you will see River Niger flowing, River Benue is flowing. And again, the scientific study of this river, some scientific, they came from Abuja to discover that the aquatic ocean of River Niger is different from that of River Benue because of what the acidity of the water is different. That of River Niger, the acidity is different from that of River Benue, and that of River Benue is different from that of River Niger. So the fishes in the two rivers, they are not friendly. Yes.
They are not friendly to themselves.
They are not friendly to themselves due to the aquatic.
So they're always having crisis.
The moment fishes enter
into this one,
it will die because of the aquatic that grown up in River Benue. Wow. So they are most welcome.
That's a very
two rivers. So I welcome you to the center of Nigeria.
The center of Nigeria. You see that white part, you see that the white part that crosses like this in the center of the map, that is where we are.
To the end of the tour for the day, the team proceeded to the first prison yard in northern Nigeria, which was built by Lord Frederick Lugard and was in use till 1965. A watchtower was also built to monitor the prisoners with respect to their well-being and movement.
This is the first prison made by Lord Lugard in Kogi. Here in Lokoja. This is the first prison. Like I said, the first prison yard in northern Nigeria built by Colonel Lord Frederick Lugard in use up till 1945. This is where they were using as a prison. A very funny looking place. I don't know if the camera can swing. Oh, okay, you can look at it. Wow. You can see. I don't know why it looks like this, but it's kept and that's what we're using as a prison yard. Okay, let's go. This is the watchman tower where they used as their gallows. And Lord Lugard was a very strong man. This is where they used that the watchman tower from where the prisoners were monitored. From here they monitored the prisoners while they were still in their cells. Okay guys.
Lastly, the team visited the administration center of the workers of Lord Lugard, which they also use as a place for their office and also as their residential quarters. It was also used as a place for residence in which the members of the Lord Lugard crew stayed to discuss and plan for their activities for every day, as they also lay their head in a very beautiful scenario.
Welcome to the Tourism Board, the Tourism Ambassador.
Thank you, boss.
This is one of the Lord Lugard Senior Staff Quarters, built in 1900.
Wow.
The building, as you can see it, somehow elevated for some reason.
Okay.
The first reason was that the flows of River Niger extended beyond here.
Oh, okay.
So it's going to be too obvious to build wooden structure inside water. That is the reason why this place was given 6 feet up and 6 feet down. To hold the structure firmly. The woods you are seeing here, those are Nigerian woods. It's not that maybe they fell it here, transport the wood to England to treat it and bring it back. So they now do sort of a purification just to hyphen it together. As you can see it, until when the building was handed over to Nigerian, before you can see nail on it. Otherwise, there was no single nail on it.
Are you serious?
No single nail on it.
So how did they build it without nail?
There's something they call ivy.
Okay.
They scrap the wood inside then and fix it. Let me bring it.
So I want to show you inside and what the inside of it looks like. What a fantastic man. That guy called Lord Lugard is a very intelligent and smart guy. So many great things he has done that we have seen today. We just read about him, we hear about him, but what we have seen, wow. Okay, let's show you what.
Of every Lugard, this is his picture. That is the Lord Lugard.
Wow.
And here we have Bishop Samuel Aliayi Crowder. Of every Lugard building in northern Nigeria there,
Yes.
they always have this sheet,
Okay.
meaning the presence of battalion. That's this U shape.
Yeah.
Symbolizes the presence of battalion. So I welcome you to both room.
This was his conference room.
The conference room.
Can you imagine?
Where they normally have their meetings. They will just have little materials of sites that they have visited so far today. So you are welcome.
Okay, this is
The same thing. This is generator house.
Oh,
So
so
when we got this,
he had a generator
they
house.
have generator that they were using. So this is the house. And this is the original block.
Has not been refurbished.
So Lord Lugard was even using it as a
It's not Lord Lugard, the senior staff quarters. Because Lord Lugard is not living here.
Okay, so he
Some
built.
of his senior staff, senior officers, they are the ones that are living here.
Yeah, so and they built they built all this and
they
have
built the structure for office and their
residents. Okay, they were living here, and this was also their
office.
their
So
office.
same Lugard house too, government house.
Yeah.
They built the office and the same
Oh.
the office and residence.
Has this tree been here since then, or this one just grew?
It has been here
Since 1902?
since 1900.
This tree has also, this is also a historic tree. All of it.
Including the mango tree.
Well, okay, this mango,
Yes.
this mango has been here since when?
Since the guard, since even before they built the house.
So let me take you to another historic mango. Nine needs to know about it. Because Nine promotes food. And so this mango tree is even older than Lord Lugard's gym. So this mango tree has been producing fruit for over many years before Lord Lugard came. And I wonder how many, we can't even estimate how many years this mango tree is. Is this still giving fruit till now? It's still producing fruit till now?
2 times in a year.
2 times in a year. Wow.
We have consumed the first ton now, expecting another one.
Wow.
It's twice in a year that it produces.
This mango tree, so
This
this mango
mango
tree
tree
is
and
older
the other
than
one.
Nigeria.
Very, very.
Wow. Can you imagine? Kogi State is blessed, man. Wow. Thank you so much for taking us around this facility and showing us what we need to know.
After touring, the team needed to refuel as we were taken to Abe Ije Ano to have a taste of the city's local bushmeat and palm wine.
After going around, after a hard day's job, bushmeat and palm wine to the rescue. So, it's a very beautiful place, hospitable people, and thank God for a good let's enjoy ourselves. Join us. Nigeria, we Okay, this is my hype man. He has official exactly. So good evening, everybody. My name is Phil Roberts. I'm from Delta State.
You're welcome.
But I stay in Abuja.
Bravo.
So I'm on a mission. I'm trekking from Abuja to Delta State. Woo! Yes, awesome. And the reason why I'm trekking from Abuja to Delta State is very simple. The reason is what I have just done here today. So Nigeria has a lot of tourism potentials. A lot of times, those of you that travel abroad, you notice that when you travel out of this country, once you get into those countries, you see them promoting the tourism opportunities in their country. They want to take you to different places. They will see a US man or a British man must always carry the flag of their color, the flag of their country. They promote their country colors. But in Nigeria, we don't really do that. A lot of times when I'm traveling to Delta State, I usually pass here. But I didn't know that there are a lot of things about Lokoja and Kogi State. So I decided to break a record by trekking 27,600 minutes. Yes, and I'm trekking. I started trekking from on Monday. I started trekking from on Monday in Abuja, and presently I'm here in Lokoja. I got to Lokoja around 1:07 a.m. Then I got into Kogi State around 2:30 a.m. 3 days ago, and today I'm here in Lokoja. And I'm working with my media crew who has been supporting me from all around the world. Sometimes we also go live. Before I got to Lokoja, and even after I got to Lokoja, I've met a lot of people that have met me and say, wow, we saw you trekking. Somebody in Polytechnic said, I saw you on Facebook. You were in my village in Kwali local government area. And it's been so beautiful. Since I started trekking from Abuja to Lokoja, I've been shown lots of love by Nigerians. I found out that Nigerians like the color. I also find out that Nigerians also believe that one day Nigeria will live again. I'm a musician, I'm not a politician. I'm doing this because I want that in my lifetime, if Nigeria can be better by us promoting tourism. Nigeria depends so much on oil, but tourism is making so much money. So I believe if we all can see how we can promote tourism in Nigeria, Nigeria can be better. I'm also working with the police on a project called POCACOV. So POCACOV is Police Campaign Against Cultism and Other Vices. If there is security in Nigeria, tourism will work. They've taken me to a couple of sites in Lokoja here. And what I have seen in Lokoja, I was really marveled that Lokoja has a lot of potential that can bring money. The things they've shown me about what Lord Lugard has done in Lokoja alone, if we start promoting it, people will come to Lokoja and they want to see those things and they will make money. Then Lokoja will start making money, Kogi will start making money. That's why I came here to end it with this bushmeat and this palm wine. Because it's not something you can see everywhere. A lot of people like this kind of thing. So what I'm saying is that I'm going to be trekking back. And I'm going to be going, by the grace of God, I will be in Ida. From Ida, tomorrow, I will start trekking to Ida tomorrow. After Ida, I will move to Edo State. From Edo State, I will get to Delta State. So why I'm doing this is that I want to take pictures with you guys. And I want you guys to follow us on our social media platform. So that you will tell people that you saw me. Look at it here. You will tell people that I was in your place. You saw me. And this thing is real. Encourage Nigerians to love our flag, encourage Nigerians to promote tourism. So that is why I came here to see all of you. Thank you all. I don't know if the chairman can have a word of encouragement for me before I start trekking to Ida from tomorrow. We love you. Thank you, chairman. You give me your speech before night.
Okay, sir. Thank you very much, my people. Yeah. We have heard from Justice Mount the reason and the purpose why he was there, and he showed much love to this state, and also this in particular, Abegi Ore-Ofe. It is second to none in the whole of the world. I don't think Abegi Ore-Ofe has other names. No. If you go to China, you cannot find Abegi Ore-Ofe. If you go to America, you cannot find Abegi Ore-Ofe. It is only in Lokoja, in Kogi State, you can find this Abegi Ore-Ofe. My brother, you have done it twice. Yeah. And the coordinator that you work with also find it much better for you to have a little relaxation under the canopy of love. Yeah. Because love is the most important thing. If there is no love, my brother, you cannot see this kind of multitude together. We are from different backgrounds with different ethnicity, but because of love, we are together, bringing power on this calabash.
Yes.
So everybody, I love my country. I love tourism. Tourism is life.
Tourism is life.
Nigeria will live again.
Nigeria will live again. Thank you, my brother.